When doing usability testing, I recommend testing with a very small number of test participants, typically 5. Because when you're testing with the very first test user, for sure everything you see will be brand new and interesting, and that's why we do user testing in the first place, to see how our customers actually use our design. But when you test with the second person, a lot of what you see is going to be the same as you already saw with the first person. Now, of course, people are different, and different people do very different things. There's also going to be a lot new you see with test user number 2. But when you test person number 3, well, some of what that person does is going to be the same as person 1. Some of what user 3 does is going to be the same as user 2. And some things you're now seeing for the third time. When you test user number 4, there's going to be even more overlap with what you already saw and even less new, but still kind of an okay amount of new information. For user 5, relatively little new information, a lot more overlap. And by now, it's getting to be pretty boring to sit through this testing, and testing with more than 5 users is typically pretty wasted because you're not going to learn very much more from those subsequent users. You're much better off stopping your test there, taking all the information you've learned and using that to improve the user interface design, make a new version, a new iteration, and then test that with another group of 5 users. Take that information, improve the design again, test a third iteration with 5 more users, and keep going like that as long as you have budget. So if you have budget for, let's just say, 20 users for a certain design project, the best comes from splitting those 20 people up into 4 tests of 4 different design iterations, each tested with 5 users, rather than spending kind of all of your 20 test users on testing 1 design iterations really well, really thoroughly. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit more, but not much more. And you're going to get much more improvement of the design, which is, after all, the reason we do user testing in the first place. You're going to get much more improvement by driving up that quality of the user experience through 4 test iterations, each tested with 5 people. Now, there are some types of research where you want to test with more users, like quantitative usability studies, where the goal is to derive metrics. There, to get good statistical significance, you need a much larger N, a much larger sample size. But here the goal is a better number, not better insight. You don't get better insights with more users, just a better number. Also, methods like card sorting or certain types of eye tracking require a larger number of users. But for most kind of standard, normal types of usability testing, where the goal is to drive up design quality, less is more. Less users in each round of testing means you can do more rounds of testing, more design iterations within your budget. That means more final improvement, more total improvement, and therefore more profitability of that resulting user experience.